Hello everyone, myself Amit Kumar Mane, founder Global Pharma Academy. Today we will discuss all about the pharmaceutical export. I will tell you everything about the export from the stepwise guide. So it is, you can call it as baby steps. I will told you each and every small steps. So anyone who don't know anything about the export but wish to start the pharmaceutical export after the domestic business, then they can definitely watch this video through the end so that they can able to get information how to start export and grow the export and expand it. So basically this is the small video of our first module of our digital course on the pharmaceutical export. So if you wish to know more about the export from the depth, from the scratch, then you can get or you can enroll for our digital course on pharmaceutical export, where I will told you everything related to the pharmaceuticals, medicine export, medical devices export, nutraceuticals, API export, and some countries are also we are exploring. So in the description I provide all the details, so you can go through it, and if you still any query you can call to this number or visit our website. So let's get start here. I will told you how to start export, what are the step-by-step guide. First step is all about the market research. So market research is what? Market research are the small questions that should be in your mind. So first question is, of course, am I start the pharmaceutical export? Is it good for me? Because there are a lot of export opportunities in the, you can say, in the textile industry, in the agrochemical industry, in the agriculture industry, electronics industry, different industry, everyone has an export. Maybe you know that pharmaceuticals is one of the growing sector. Okay, and because of this you can do the export in the pharmaceuticals, and the profit margin is of course good in this, but some regulations, the documentation part is of course there. So first of all, let me told you, the India is the best destination to export anything to the outside country, because in India there are we are doing export in mostly the generics are mostly exported in all the developing countries and developed countries, and also 60% of world export is the from the India only about the vaccines like diphtheria, okay, like the measles, like chickenpox, we are exporting more. And again, if you want to know the valuation, the $31 billion is the industry of the pharmaceutical export of the India. Okay, then if you move to the growth rate, then every year 11% we are growing in the pharmaceutical export. So why not? Definitely there is a good opportunity for the pharmaceutical export. So the first question is clear. Second question, if I want to export, which is the best country to export? So according to the PharmExcel data, which is the advisory body of India for the pharmaceuticals product, I will told you those countries, the top 10 countries where we are exporting more the pharmaceutical product. So the first is USA, then UK, then South Africa, then Netherlands, then France, then Brazil, then Belgium, then Germany, then Russia, then Nigeria. When we talk about the competitors, means how many other companies are existing in the India which are exported more. So I will told you in the pharmaceutical industry, in the finished product export, these are the countries which are the top in terms of the revenue and the export. So Sun Pharma, then Divis Lab, then Cipla, then Torrent, then Dr. Reddy's, then Mankind, then Zydus, then Lupin, then Aurobindo, then Abbott. So these are all top MNC company, right? So you don't need to compete with this. This is again impossible to compete, but you can check the quality, the parameters, the even packaging of those companies, so that you can understood what are the parameters needed for the export. Then the next question, what are the regulations? I mean, what are the standards, the parameters for the export? So the first is your plant should be GMP, WHO GMP approved plant should be needed. The next is you need a free sale certification, means the product is like manufactured in India only, that should be the defined in the free sale certification. Then after you need certification of pharmaceutical product, that is COPP. Then you need certification of analysis also, COA. And in case of the medical devices, you need ISO certification also. So these are some of the parameters, standard parameters. Then we move to the next. Any changes in the product is needed after for the export. Like let us say in India, the products are made according to the Indian regulation, but in the other countries the regulations are different. So of course there are changes. The first change is itself all about the regulation, local regulation and international regulation. In India, the regulatory body is CDSCO, Central Drug Standard Control Organization. So you have to follow all regulation in India for manufacturing itself, but for the export also in international regulation you have to follow. Second thing is all in the formulation, in the excipients or the dosage form you need to change if needed. Then the next one, the labeling. Of course, labeling involves, the first is language, so you need to change the labeling according to the country if you are promoting, if you are selling this product to the other countries. Then the next one, the indications, okay, and the environmental changes is mentioning there. So every country has its own labeling requirements, labeling and packaging regulations, so you need to follow this. And after again one more thing is, sometimes it is needed clinical trial changes. If any safety and efficacy issue is there, again one clinical trial has to be conducted, but it is very rare. After this, the next market research, the point should be the distribution process. So where you are manufacturing, to the direct manufacturer or to the distributor. So let us say if you are exported to the distributor, so distributor receives and they divided or sell to the respective hospitals, the connection, and again the retailers also. So likewise they can do, and the manufacturer through their marketing team they can distribute. So anyhow, who is your customer, according to that distribution process should be different. And the last regulation and the last point for the market research may be in your mind, that what are the duties and taxes for the export. So basically there are a lot of duties and export like for the export also, and for the importing to that regulate that the country, respective country, you need to know this. Okay, so this is all about the market research. After market research, the next step is export plan. So you know how to what are the regulation and what are the basic things in your mind, that should be the clear. Next step is how you can export plan, which country is best for the export. Then the next one, selection of the product, selection of the desired product according to the country, you need to know. You will get the data in our digital course for each country, each like regulation is involved, and the products are also I'm mentioning. So that is why you can go through our digital course to know exact all details. But after next, that should be the export licenses. So for the first license which is needed is IEC, import export code, and the drug license, which is mandatory. But after that you needed again RCMC, registration cum membership certification from the Pharmaceuticals, and again after this maybe you needed CDSCO NOC. Okay, it is again depends on the you are doing merchant export or indirect export or direct export. Okay, so likewise the documentation will be differs. After that, the agreement with the buyers. So in the agreement there are different parameters should be mentioned. Once you get the exactly buyers through the advertising, again this is the again factor, the advertising of your export form for the reaching to the different countries. Once you get the reach, then you can find the buyers, and after getting the buyers you have to make the trade agreement with him or her, whoever the buyer is. So there are different like parameters should be mentioned in the agreement, such as this, then goods description, then quantity, then price, then payment term, then delivery term, then shipping detail, then inspection detail, then insurance coverage, then force majeure closure, means the natural disaster, then signature, then dispute regulation. And the last one is custom procedure. So this is how the export will be done. So you need to know these all steps, and then only you can go to the export. So here we are already completing the introduction to the export, the steps behind the export. Now we'll move to the Incoterms which are associated with the export. First is EXW, this is in the air export. That is X work, then FCA free carrier, then in the C that is FAS free alongside ship, then FOV free on board, which is widely used, then CFR cost and freight, then CIF cost, insurance and freight, then next is CPT carriage paid to, then CIP carriage and insurance paid to, then DAP deliver at place, then DPU delivered at place unloaded, then DPP delivered duty paid. Now you understood the requirements of the export and how it is very useful. But now we will move to the first is the opportunities for the export, and next is challenges. So opportunity is large. Okay, as I say, we have mostly USFDA approved plant after USA, so that you can export to the USA, which is the first largest country where we do export. Okay, so you need to know this, and if you are connected with the USFDA company and get the export from them and like sell to the buyer, then definitely you can able to do it, and it is the easiest way. Next one, bilateral trades, means our country has some trading agreements with the different countries such as Europe, UK, USA and Africa as well, which makes easy export. Some procedures are to be easy also. So they will help also coordinate, the government will coordinate for you in that case. Then the next one, government schemes. That is the first one, product linked scheme, which is for the manufacturing to make in India. So in case of the API, you can able to get and benefits from the government for the manufacturing and then to the export. Okay, so this is the major opportunities, but the challenges are again there. First challenge is investment, because there are a lot of huge investment is needed sometime. Again, it depends on the country to country. Some country are needed the different regulations, such as USA, the registration process, labeling, packaging, and different minor operations are there which needs investment. The second part is documentation. Lot of documentation are needed, such as dossier, okay, which covers all the information from the raw material till the finished product, and then COA report, COPP report. So there are a lot of information you needed. Okay, and after that, again, the procedure, the timing, okay, because for the registration 4 to 6 months are needed, so you have to make a patience also for this. But once you get a registration completion, definitely you can able to export every time. Okay, so again, the last thing for the challenges is the innovation. In India, the products are less patented, so we are exporting more generics. So if you are exporting, let us assume we are exporting patented more, then there are a lot of revenue we can able to collect, but somehow it may be increase in the future time, but this is again the challenges. So this is all about the introduction to the pharmaceutical export. Again, I say, if you wish to export your any pharmaceutical goods, and if you wish to know about this, you can join our digital course on pharmaceutical export. The link is given in the description. Everything we are providing, and the benefits is, first is you will get free consultation after this, and again you will get this video is in the Hindi, and again English subtitle is there, and we are giving one reference book where all the regulations or guidelines are mentioned. So take the benefits of this, and accordingly you can proceed for your export business. So hopefully you like this video. If you like the content, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe our channel, don't forget to share this video to your friends and colleagues. And for the next video, wait for the next video, next module. So we will explain export in the next step, like step wise we are explaining, and this is the series first video for the export. So thank you for watching this. All the best.